let's go on to, we've kind of spoken about off camera about kind of sponsorships and stuff, and you've done a small series, two-parter on that. So let's talk about, as your channel has grown over the last few years, have you noticed any more of kind of like a celebrity status thing, dynamic?
Celebrity is such a bad word.
It's awful. I mean, I guess a lot of people use the term personality, internet personality. Have you noticed anything like when you go off to various operations?
Yeah, it was a lot easier when I did the podcast because then it was just my voice. So if I was just quiet and didn't say anything, no one knew who I was. And it is a little weird to me because, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. Like for me, I talk to a piece of glass. So I spend my entire day talking to a camera. That's and of course through the camera, through YouTube, it's you guys I talk to. So it's really odd when I don't know, I see numbers on YouTube. I really don't pay a lot of attention to that. I probably should more than I do, but I'm always worried about getting the next video up. So it's really weird. It's like somebody's like, hey, I watch your videos. I'm like, wow, you do? I mean, to me, honestly, and I'm not snowing you and not giving you any line of bull here, it really is still like weird, like incredibly weird when somebody comes up, it's like, oh my God, I love your videos. I'm like, you actually watch them? Wow. You know, I don't know. It's odd to me.
It was. I was telling John before you guys turned up that after there was a video, a Monday show a while back where he shouted out one of my videos, and a couple of people came over and said hi from Airsoftology, and the first game that I played after that, I went to my local field, and before I even reached like the desk to pay for the day. Someone had come up to me and was like, hey, sorry, just want to stop you and say hi because I watch your stuff. And I was like, this has never happened at Airsoft before. This is crazy, this is weird. So I asked, I was like, do you mind me just asking how you know about my channel? And I was like, oh yeah, I just came over from Airsoftology. And I was like, this is really weird just having this one person in a remote field. Like it's not like it's a really popular one to go to. That's bad to say. Won't say that.
Terrible, man. Shame on you.
I love them.
Don't sponsor him. That's horrible.
Dragon's Lair is the best place to go if you want a place. I can't even talk today.
Hey guys, go to Dragon's Lair. It's the #1 field in that part of England. True story.
That's what I need to do.
It's weird though, and because, you know, you and I are sitting here hanging out, you were mentioning earlier, like, hey, you know, I was asked Jonathan to come and watch and hang out. What's weird is, it's not really weird that almost all of us that do YouTube videos publicly, we are all really good friends, like outside. We talk every single day. So if you go on YouTube and you run down the list of everybody who's doing like YouTube videos on Airsoft, we all speak to each other every single day.
I don't, just point it out. Yeah. I'm in a completely different country.
Well, you're asleep when I'm awake for the most part.
Yeah,
hour-wise. Yeah,
pretty much. It's been weird talking to people back in England whilst I've been here, and like I'm starting my day and they're pretty much finishing theirs, and they're saying goodnight, I'm saying good morning, and it's weird. But like it's interesting that everyone's like actually connected and the friends based, because a lot of that you don't see on actual YouTube.
Right.
You know, you only see what you're presented.
Right, we're all doing our own little things. We're all, you know, we show up to a game, we all hang out, and then we run off and film our parts of the videos, and we all, you know, hang out afterwards.
And of course, like, because of different companies and different brands, there's an element of not being able to kind of like connect.
There is, true, yeah. If I'm like sponsored by one retailer and somebody else, like Jet, for example, is sponsored by Evic, you know, and I've got, like right now it's Airsplat and Megastore both. I mean, I'm not exclusive, but Jet's exclusive with them. So it's different, I guess, because I'm not exclusive, I can still hang out. You know, I try not to be exclusive because I think that limits a lot of things. But, you know, we'll still hang out. But then there's some guys that are exclusive with another company. And then they can't really be on camera together. Then the camera switch off and then everybody hangs out.
And of course, everyone thinks, like, when you're watching it, you just think, okay, they must know each other. They must know each other, they just don't work together. But you don't have the full extent of just how much you do hang out together, and how much of a friendship there is behind the stuff. I really enjoyed Jet's series with Node, and their little games together, just because it kind of shows like a group of people playing together, and it shows an element of Airsoft and YouTube that you don't necessarily think about.
Right, the Trouble in Terrorist Town stuff they do and all that. I love that stuff. Yeah, the murder and...
I was trying to set something up in the UK with a couple of the big names, YouTubers there.
Should. It's a different audience. I mean, Airsoft stretches.
It's been really nice though. YouTube is a platform that kind of goes across seas, right? And this meeting up with you and just being able to shake your hand and say hey has been a really nice thing that I didn't necessarily expect. But I just want to say thanks for coming and like hanging out.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me though. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, YouTube it's so big, but it's so small. In our industry it's big, but it's not. I mean, it's like, it's airsoft, right? So it really boils down to like the people you play with at your local field is what it comes down to. And I forget sometimes that it is big and national and international until you get like an email from someone in, Frankfurt, Germany. I'm like, what the heck, did you actually watch me there, or something weird. But same with you. It's cool that, and it's rare that YouTubers get to actually meet because you think, oh, as a viewer, you guys are watching us and you're like, oh, we're all on YouTube in one spot. But we're not. I mean, you're thousands of miles away. And for me, collaboration, doing things with other people is so important. I think that's what will help all of us grow. And any chance, heck yeah. Especially somebody like you, man. I used to watch your stuff and I was like, man, this guy has some really awesome videos. I mean, like, no joke. Like, I would watch, I was like, the production value is like, off the, yeah, there you go.
Well,
I say that to all the girls. But it's off the chart. I'm going, and I look at your stuff going, man, I really need to crank up my work. So I know you were saying, well, hey, you watched mine and you want to turn your production value up. I'm watching yours going, God, I wish I could do that because I can kind of see what you're doing and dissect it in my mind and go, oh, so that's what he's probably doing, or I wonder what he's doing here. So yeah, there's always, no matter who does what, it's mutual admiration, whether it's me looking at Jet's gameplay videos going, God, those things are amazing, or looking at Tom Harris from Airsoft Obsessed and Dave Back's photography, which is off the chain, or what Scout the doggy does in third-person gameplay. All that, I'm just still always at awe of what everybody can do.
I totally agree. I mean, I took inspiration from Jet's gameplay and I took inspiration from Doggy, and I've started throwing them together. So if I go on a game day, I'll take this camera with me as well. And
do you helmet mount it, and that's your inspiration, exactly. Combining the DSLR up here, just that big?
You can see almost nothing because everything's blurry in the background, but at least, I look cool because I got this big chock-a-block thing on my head. No, I take my little action camera, helmet mount that, and I play a couple of games and record that. And then I take this camera out and I film third-person stuff. So that in the edit, I can kind of like throw them together and have a mishmash of both first person and third person to kind of like keep it going.
Which is cool.
But that both came from other YouTubers, both those inspirations. And I'm trying to develop my own style and grow into it, I guess. Same with my review style. I watch a lot of your stuff and I kind of look at the things that you have, lower thirds, for example. Something as simple as a lower third, and I went, yeah, I'll make my own style of lower third. And then I spent a weekend just doing a bunch of assets, like different transitions. And
it's the little things, though, the polish, the little details. Most importantly, audio. I think that's the number one thing that people miss out when it comes to YouTube. More than anything, they worry so much about lighting and video. It's YouTube. It's going to kill your video quality. Good audio will make or break a review. Like, I get lost. Like, as soon as I turn on a video, I'm like, oh, this looks great. And then the audio's like echoey and tin canny and compressed. I'm like, bloop, goes right off, go to the next one, And that's the quick way to lose me. But I think, those kind of things. And lower thirds, a little polish like that, it goes a long way.
And I didn't have any, I didn't think about that until I'd watched Airsoftology and dissected Airsoftology. Like, instead of just being a consumer, I really thought about how you did it and what you did and what I liked about it. And I took inspiration from Airsoftology to kind of like throw into the stuff that I do. So this has been extra nice for me to just be able to sit down and have a chat about it all and I guess learn a bit more about behind Airsoftology than I know from just watching it. So
right. Plus we use the same lights.
Lights.
That's great.
But I use a better camera.
You do. Yeah, I know. We did find that out. This is, yeah.
So I just want to say thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
I like
every
how
second of it.
we have the handshake that like between.
It's awkward off camera for both frames. You're gonna be like this weird leaning in, like, what are they doing? You know, where did they go? I mean,
I'm gonna mess it up even
we
more.
could have hugged off camera. Who knows? You'll never know.
I will.
Awkward.
Do you want to give it just kind of a shout out for your own channel?
Well, yep. Hey, Airsoftology is the channel. It's actually Airsoftologist because some savage out there is sitting on my name.
Awesome. Guys, I will talk to you next week. Videos every Thursday, and who knows what it will be. So until then, take it easy.